Oh yeah. Okay. Well, good luck in the race, boys. Good luck in the race, Egley. Good luck, Carton. Good luck, Di. Hey, Di, you there? Right, I'm going to leave me unmuted until the start of the race because I need to know the weather, mate. Cheers, Di. I'm just hoping it's going to be a clear race, Di. I'm just hoping it's going to be a clear race. We're getting closer. It's Australia now. Brazil, Penny. Just try and keep a clean day. Miles. Just try and keep it clean, mate. You had a good race the other night. Had it have not been for the 5-second penalty you had for tapping the guy from behind, which you shouldn't have got, realistically, you shouldn't have got that. Some of the penalties you didn't deserve, but you'd have definitely picked up points, and you had the pace to run with the front runners. The only thing I felt though is that you were over-revving the car. So like on the back straight and on the home straight, yeah, you weren't shifting at all early enough, and you were over-revving like in 7th. So in turn you were losing time. But yeah, you proved that you had the pace to run with the front runners. I'm going to do a season of commentary and then see what happens then next season then. I know they've earmarked a new game for either the 1st of June or the 1st of July. Both. But I'm gonna try and talk about a couple of the drivers tonight. I'd like to talk about Dylan. Obviously yourself, Egley, Zane. Try and get something out there. Because Dylan's been showing good pace recently. Last season, off the line, just absolutely blistering. Yeah. How many we got? We got 13. But the problem you're going to have if you're going to start mid-pack, let's say you start 7th or 8th, the problem you got then is you got the driver steaming in behind you. Don't know. Well, because Lego's reinventing himself, isn't he? Well, I don't know. According to what I can find on feedback, is he's trying to reinvent himself. I don't think he races at all these days. No, Fanatec last. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Has he? Has he made a new lobby? Die. Yeah, I had one of them earlier. Language die. What's going on with the lobbies? Die. Signal's definitely better. Can you message Penny and ask him for a couple more invites? Or Egley? Yeah, can you do that for me, Di? Ask Penny for some invites or Egley to send me a couple more. But tell him he's got to stay in the session. Cheers, Carton. Tell Carton he'll have to stay in the session until the end. Alright. You there, Carton? What's happening then, boys? Guess who messaged me today asking is there any room?
Yeah, he's the one that hates me. He blocked me.
Have a guess, go on. He's a famous driver. He used to drive in PSF1.
Everyone's game crashed.
Wet nets. No, wet nets. Yeah. Begging the comeback. Well, yeah. Yeah, I've told Penny. Well, let's stick him as Dylan's teammate, I reckon. I can't, can I, you dipstick? Spectators don't ready up, Egley. I was born ready. No. Is Penny racing, is he? What you trying to do? Crash this lobby as well, is it?
Fine with me.
Come on, get that restart. Come on. Yes. Yes.
Goodbye, Conrad.
Oh, fuck.
Die, keep the language down, mate.
We'll get it again one day, Aiden, don't worry.
Where's my mail?
Is that your girlfriend, Egley?
Tell her she's live on stream, Egley.
Where's my mail?
Egley, tell your missus she's live on stream. She was live on stream.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Milk, milk, milk. Child.
Yeah, Egley, finish the rest of the song. Egley, you gotta start.
Right, I'm going to mute you boys. Good luck, alright? Good luck, Zing. Hey, Die. Card and tell me the weather, mate. Yeah. And what about race? Just... Alright. Alright, cheers, Die. Good luck, mate. Good luck, Dan. Good luck, Dan. And here we are, live at the Autodromo. Jose Carlos Pache, Sao Paulo, Brazil. Only 13 runners tonight. Sorry it's a bit late coming on. We've had connection issues. But we'll try and find out who's closest to starting a lap. Let's get some broadcast up. And there we are. Who's me first? And there we go, Drunk by Fristy's on his fastest flying lap now. Down in the centre for the first time. Curva de Sol. On the back straight, DRS open. Into turn 4, dropping down the hill. Stay away from the curves on the inside into turn 5. Start run up now to Ferradura. Back 2 in the 6th. In the curve. This is where you need the car to be front end for the grip. Drop down the hill now. You want to try and clip the inside curb here and hold the inside. Hard on the brakes now. And now up the hill we go. setting a banking lap on the medium tyres, hug the left hand side of the wall and goes on a 109. Big Dave on the softs, should be considerably quicker. Stanman's already set a lap at 111, 2 seconds off the pace. And here comes Big Dave, coming up to the line now, clipped the wall, 107.899, or 108 in 30. But the times will start to fall. It's only going to be a matter of time before someone's in the low 107s, if not the high 106s. I would say that MSA some Mad should be able to do the high 106s. But we're going to go on board with Dilmos. Promising driver in his 19th season now with PSF1. He's shown that he's got a good pace and a good turn of speed in the car. Last season showed that he could get away off the line good, clean, and he had the pace to run with the front runners. Nicely through centre. Onto the first straight, DRS opens. Tycho crosses the line on a 112. Very close at the front at the moment. As Tycho loses it, coming down the hill, clip the inside curb. You've got to stay away from that curb. And it looks like Egley's retired from the session, as well as Polar. I don't know what's going on there. Try and find out for you now. Egley, can you hear me? Egley. Egley, can you hear me? Egley. Polar, are you there, mate? Polar? No. Carden, can you hear me? Carden? Di, can you hear me, mate? Oh well. Well, it looks like Egley was in the pause menu, coming out of the pits and hit the wall. So I take it that retired his car. I'm not sure exactly what happened to Polar. Going back to Dilmos. Promising driver. A lot of pace recently. Especially last season. He showed he had the pace to run with the front runners. The only thing that lets Dylan down a little bit is track limits. If he could just hook the car up and keep it within the track limits, we'd see him at the front more often. And here they go, they're coming out now. We're looking at second run. Tycho's going out for his first run on the softs, but his second run. You want to try and look after your tyres on your out lap. And then blast them then on your flying lap, and then look after them then on your cool down lap to come back in the pits. But we supposedly have a clear race. I was hoping tonight to see not Penny's boat racing, but he's chose to spectate. Coming up the hill now, building now. Pop the DRS open now. He'll be in rich mode now. Drops down into centre, into turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Onto the first straight, rear wing opens. We'll see where he is now at the end of the first timer screen. A tenth quicker than his fastest time. So he's looking at provisional pole here. Starts to climb the hill now, he'll drop it back 2 here. Clips the apex lovely there. Hard on the brakes here. Back up, 5th, 6th, 7th down the hill. Not many people touch 8th. Back 3 gears, now he'll start to power up the hill. Crossing the DRS line now. And he should hug the inside of the wall. And goes on a 107.2. I still feel there's more time to be had at this track. Now is to look after his tyres now on his in lap now. But we should start seeing a flurry of drivers now starting to make their way to the track. Because as it is, only 4 people have set times at the moment. We're missing Domain Zane tonight due to connection issues. I don't know whether he will be starting from the back of the grid, all depending if he can get in. But as you can see, Tycho's looking after the tyres. Into the pits, lovely. Brazil, normally it's a one-stop race. You can either do softs to mediums or mediums to softs. Personally, I'd stay away from the hards. Unless there was an early safety car, then you could flick onto the hards and go to the end. I'm sure it's a 36 lap race. The last time I raced here, I done a medium to soft. Took the mediums till the end of lap 20, pitted, and then went on the soft tyres to the end, finishing 5th. With 5 minutes to go, I can see a big flurry of drivers coming out here in a minute, and then you're going to see drivers tripping over themselves to try and get the space. This was the track that more famously known that Lewis Hamilton won his 2008 title. Though it would have been a lot different had the Toyota driver Timo Glock pitted and got onto the wet tyres. but chose to stay out on the dry tyres in the Toyota, and Lewis Hamilton passing him up the hill where Felipe Massa thought he'd won it until Lewis Hamilton crossed the line to clinch it. And over the years there's been 32 Brazilian F1 drivers through the years, which seems a lot, but we've had drivers such as Emerson and Pietro Fittipaldi. We've had the namesake for the track, Jose Carlos Pache. We've had the late great Ayrton Senna, Rubens Barrichello, Tarso Marquez, Ricardo Zonta, Enrique Benoldi, Bruno Senna, Felipe Nasr, Felipe Massa, just to name a few. So yeah, a lot of Brazilian drivers have gone through the sport, and I'm just wondering, with 3 minutes and 35 left on the clock, are we going to see any more come out? So maybe everyone's going to leave it until 2 minutes to go. Well, isn't anyone going to take to the track? A big shout out to two viewers, hopefully, Aston 007 and Sniper 420. Thanks for tuning in, lads. It doesn't look like anyone's going to be coming out. Oh, here we go. And we have a Red Bull coming out, which is either Tycho or Delmos. And it looks like Tycho. Yeah, Tycho's coming out. And I would say that's it, because everyone's left it now, so no one can set a time. It's too late. Though there will be a time difference. I think it's about 25 or 30 seconds, their time and my time. Starting to get a little bit overcast now, so the track temperature will drop, but not much. I'm hoping Penny's watching this, because I'd have expected a lot more on track. Here goes Tycho into Senna. Drops down the hill into 2, straight immediately into 3, look for the white line, opens the rear wing, go wide here and then cut in. Stay away from the curb on the inside. Hard on the accelerator now up the hill. Maybe clip an eighth. Dropping it back 2 now as he comes over the brow. Hard on the accelerator. Down 3 gears. Lovely and clean there. Clipping the apex. I'm going to drift out wide here and then cut in sharp. Clip the apex again. Hard on the accelerator down the hill. Won't touch 8th gear. And now back up the hill now. Coming around the last of the turns, turn 15. Hug the inside wall. Cross the line and go a 1070. And loser coming over the line. Won't have done his tyres much good. So there we have it. 4 people setting the time. Shocking. Sorry. As you can see, Stanaman and Drunk by Fristy will be starting on the mediums because that's the laps that they set their times on. So they'll be going late into the race before they pit. But yeah, the drivers will get a free choice, the ones that didn't set a time. Let's have a look at race director. Polar just DNF'd. Egley DNF'd. I don't know what's going on here. Try and find out what's going on. Di, you there? Di? Can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me? I've been kicked from the session.
Wow.
Language. So let's give this another go. I don't know why I got kicked. But here we are. We're back live. There's a 2-minute wait, as always, so the driver can just fine-tune their setups. Pick the tyres they're going to start on, do the fuel loads. Now, Di Miles 33 normally starts with a full tank of juice, where you can't get another drop in it. For whatever reason, it suits him. But me personally, you're looking at 3.5 laps over target, so you can flick it to rich mode during the race. As is with his Di Miles, he normally puts in full tilt, 70 laps of fuel, and then burns the fuel off. He'll be in rich mode from lap 1 until maybe lap 20. That's if he doesn't get disqualified again tonight. But I don't see the point in filling the car to the absolute brim, because you're going to be slower and heavier than the cars around you. Be interesting to see what Carton Legend does, being a previous F1 champion, I think 4 times. I'm not sure what's happening here. I don't see Tycho on my list. Looking at it, Zane has got in, Tactics has got in. I don't know whether the race will go ahead because Tycho's not in. It looks like yeah, it looks like we're going to restart the session. Drivers are leaving the session. Yeah. Sorry about this. So now we just got to play the waiting game again, sorry. Let's see if we can get hold of someone. Zane, are you there, mate? Zane? It doesn't look like it. Oh, you're there, are you, mate? What's going on? What's happening? Zane?
No. Well, EA is taking over now, so we can expect great things.
So what's happening then? Zane?
Man, multiplayer cards like you basic, considering what this game is.
We're not getting much out of Zane here.
What?
You there, Zane? No. Hey, Di, you there, mate? Oh, good man. What's happening, mate? You are? Ah. Because I don't know what's going on here. It's like, this is what, the 4th time? Because what happened is Tycho lost connection, did he? Because I got kicked from it. Yeah, I got kicked and I rejoined on Egley's invite. And then when I rejoined and the race was about to start, I noticed Tycho was missing. But I can see us having problems. Tell Cow to get in his car. Oh, he's in now. He's in it now. Does Penny want me to send him the timing screens to tell him where everyone was on the grid? Why didn't you set a qualifying lap, Di? Oh, well, on my screen it was showing only 4 drivers at set a time. No, you're live on stream, mate. Yeah, keep your swearing down, mate. I can do without profanity on YouTube. Yeah, I got 4 spectators waiting. Sorry about this to the spectators. It's connection issues tonight, and this is the 4th time now. But we don't know why we've got connection issues with us. We don't normally get it. But it looks like we're going to go again now. Just waiting for all the drivers to ready up. What's happening, Di? Is it straight into the race? Okay. And what's the weather? Custom as well, is it? Yeah, it's custom on my screen. Good luck in the race, Di. Alright, if you retire for any way, just stay in the session, would you, mate? Cheers, Di. Ta-ra, mate. So there we have it. It's going to be a custom grid, custom weather. So we'll just have to see what happens from here. But from what I can gather from Di Miles is that everyone did set a lap time. So here we go. As soon as we're on the grid, we'll get to see what everyone's starting on. And then we have our statutory 2-minute wait. We've got 14 runners. Excuse me. Now, a message to anyone that's thinking about joining an F1 league, go for it. It's highly competitive. And you do get a sense of how fast the drivers do go in real life, even though it's a simulation game. But for those that's watching, for anyone to press the X button or hit the X button on the controller within the 2 minutes time limit that we have in PSF1 normally results in either a reprimand or a 10 seconds added onto your race time. because there are drivers that's trying to do fuel, to-ing and fro-ing on what tyres they're going to start on, when they're going to pit, how many stops they're going to do. So it's to give everyone a fair roll of the dice, really. It shouldn't be too much longer now. And here we are. Domain Zane has pressed X first, as everyone else is readying up. They've still got 19 seconds, but they should have had enough time to sort out their setups. But I'm hoping all the drivers have put their setups on, as a few drivers may have thought, well, I don't need to put it on because I already had my setup on. And that means they'll be starting on a default, and we'll watch them go back through the field. And here we go. Excuse me. We'll get the telemetry on here. Let's see what everyone's running here. There we go. Softs to hards. Pit in between lap 14 to lap 17. See if we can get on board with some of the drivers. Dropping back through. Dylan on the softs. So too is Big Dave. Domain Zane there in 6th place. Also on the softs. There we go. Mediums to hards. 14 to 17 as well. GTR Lion on the softs. So too is Drunk by Fristy. Die Miles in the Mercedes on the softs. Not So Happy Cow. Starting on the mediums. This will be interesting. Looking at it, so too is Carton Legend. I'm trying to see what Egliush is on. He's on the mediums. So is Polar. And so is Tactics. Back on with your pole sitter, MSA Samad, or No Future to See as he's better known in racing circles. Excuse me. Just lined up now, as you can see, it's a custom grid. And it's all about getting off the line as cleanly as possible with as little wheel spin. But it's only a short run to turn 1. So there's every chance we're going to see some wheel banging here, and maybe the odd car ploughing into the back of someone. There's going to be a slight wait here as the revs start to build. Here we go. Revs are building, lights are out, and away we go. And everyone looks like they've got away clean, as we see a Red Bull, which I think is Dilmos, as I've said you in the build up to the race. Very, very quick off the line. Gone from 4th to 2nd. He's proven that he's got the pace to run with the front runners in previous seasons, and let's see if he can do anything here, as we see Tycho has left the session. That's got to be down to connection issues. So I don't know whether it'll be a restart. Now the race is underway, we'll see what happens. But as it is currently at the moment, we have Samad leading from Dilmos. Tycho is in 3rd, but he's left the session. We've got Stanaman in 4th, Domain Zane 5th. Fristy has just moved up a place to 6th. Big Dave is back a place to 7th. Egliusher is up 4 places to 8th. GTR Lion down 2 to 9th. Tactics up 4 to 10th. Not So Happy Cow has dropped 1 to 11th. Polar is up 1 to 12th. Carton Legends dropped 2, which is very unfortunate for him. He's down 2. As Die Miles leaves the session, I think we got connection issues again. But Die Miles will rejoin the session. He's down 5 places. According to this, he's in the pits. And Dilmos now is starting to give Samad the hurry up. As we can see, Tycho is dropping back down through the field until he's taken full control of his car. Get back on board with Dilmos. I've noticed during last season when I was racing, Dilmos getting off the line was superb, as he showed you tonight. A very quick racer in his own right on the perfect day, and tonight being no exception. Fastest lap going to Dilmos, a 1:10.0. Currently in the lead as he's passed Samad. I don't think he'll go defensive here. That's all Dilmos has got to do now, is concentrate on his race and try and concentrate on keeping Samad behind and breaking away from the following pack. Up the hill we go. Back in the second, clip the apex on the inside. Lovely. Up to 5th, maybe 6th. Dropping back to 2nd again. Gently on the power, losing the back end ever so slightly. Down the hill we go. Now we're going to see the cars. He loses the back end again. Coming out of 13. As we can see, a couple of the drivers picking up time penalties, and here goes Samad. Dylan's trying to do his utmost to keep him behind, but he's got to yield. So we've got a virtual safety car. We'll try and find out who that's for. Tactics is in the pits. Looking at it, Tactics has lost his front wing, which has given chance to the drivers behind to go on different strategies. Carton on the hard tyres, something I wouldn't have done myself. Not so happy, but he's got a drive-through penalty, speeding under the virtual safety car. Won't be happy to see that. Just going down through the grid. Die Miles in 11th. On the medium tyres. Clean at the moment, going well. Just needs to settle and get into a rhythm. Looks like Die is pitted. Polar on the softs. I would say that's an unusual one. Tactics onto the mediums. Carton Legend just exiting the pits now. We'll just see as he comes into the turn here, he's on the mediums as well. We'll go back to the front. The winner here of the virtual safety car is MSA Samad. Dilmos losing out massively, almost 2 seconds. But I'm sure he'll slowly reel him in again, hopefully. Tycho going for a pass on the inside of the main Zane up the hill. Good clean pass. The main Zane thought about going for the overtake again, but thought better of it because it's an ever closing corner. But everyone now starting to settle into a rhythm. We're missing Conrad. I don't know what happened to Conrad tonight. He left the session and didn't rejoin. No, not so happy Cow won't be very happy as he's got to come into the pits now and do his drive-through, and so does Egley Usher. Whether Egley is pitting, nope, drive-through penalty as well, which will be a big letdown. Very, very fortunate that there was no one close to him, and not to drop them 2 places. But not so happy Cow and Eggley Usher back out on track. But you can see what time they've lost to the runners in front of them. They'll have lost between 12 to 15 seconds on a drive-through. And to make up 12 to 15 seconds is going to be hard. Plus these drivers here, they've got to stop again. Both on the mediums. The yellow flag in sector 3, so we'll try and find out. We've got yellow flags in sector 3. So someone's had a moment. Just flicking through to see if I can see any damage on any of the cars. Still got yellow flags in sector 3. And the yellow flags are gone. Back on board with your leader, MSA Samad, or No Future to See. And we have a yellow flag again in sector 3. I can't think why, unless it's a glitch. Because we're in sector 3 now. I'm hoping the lobby's not glitched. Back on board now with Tycho, passing his teammate. Dylan letting him go, settling in. Good idea. Tycho being a lot quicker than Dylan. Yeah, I would say looking at the screen on the TAC map, we've got a glitch lobby because we're constantly being shown yellow flags in sector 3, and there doesn't seem to be anything happening in sector 3. Dylan now under pressure now from Zane. Eggley Usher picking up another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Yeah, I think the lobby is glitched, because on my screen is showing the main Zane is a lap down. On board now with Dilmos as the main Zane goes for a move down the inside. Can he make it stick? Dylan, oh, we have a, I don't know whether we had a little bit of contact. No, it's got to be a connection issue. Yes, it's got to be connection issues in my eyes, because there doesn't seem to be anything happening as Dilmos picks up his first 3-second penalty of the race. Dime Miles still touring round in 12th, dropping back 1 place. Round out 14th. Carton Legend won't be happy to be there because he's normally a front runner. I'm not sure what's going on here. I don't know whether the timing screens are glitched, but it's showing Domain Zane as last. Whereas we know he's not, because now it seems to have sorted itself out and he's back in third. Tycho doesn't seem to be making any inroads on Samad. Domain Zane past Dilmos. Dilmos looking for a move down the inside. Not going to work as they touch. Going into Senna. Dylan will get DRS here. Should be an easy pass as Zane goes very defensive. Dylan round the outside. Beautiful pass. Fair driving as well between the two drivers. Yeah, looks like a slight connection issue. I don't know whether Zane is having connection issues, but it's allowing Stanaman to catch up to the back of Zane. I'm just going to have to message someone. Just try and find out what's going on, because on my timing screen is showing that we got constant yellows in sector 3 and the timing screens seem to be all over the place. So I just don't know what's going on here. Is showing Domain Zane is last again, so I don't know whether the lobby is glitched or whether I've got connection issues. But it's showing Domain Zane is last. Let's see. No, I don't see anyone pitting. Dylan Moss now into the pits. I would say Dylan Moss now will be going on to a set of mediums. Yes, as you can see the mediums there. Brand new set of mediums. So Dylan don't have to stop again. Dylan Moss will be going to the end now. I feel it's a bit early, as he could have gone a little bit longer. Rejoins in 6th place. Though Dylan should now start reeling in the soft runners because their tyres are heavily worn. So we just keep an eye on the times between Dylan and Drunk by 50. As we can see, the time now is starting to slowly fall. Dylan's taken 4/10 of a second. And you can see it, the time is just falling all the time between Dylan and Drunk by 50. There we go, as you can see, in 3/4 of a lap, Dylan has lost it on my screen. It's got to be connection issues on my side. So I think what I shall do is I shall leave the session and rejoin. Sorry about this. Right, let's try again, shall we? And here we go. We'll hopefully rejoin now and it'll hopefully have sorted itself out. There's got to be connection issues on my side.